Winter is my favorite season of the year. I love the quiet contemplation. I love how the world sounds, which there's like a dampened effect, and it's so much quieter and more peaceful. And it's a time that I've really enjoyed since a child, and I've never outgrown that. And I think I get a lot of weird looks and questions when I tell people that winter is my favorite season. And yes, that is 100% true. I enjoy the colder months, and I don't know if it ties into me being an introvert. Um, Probably, I think that winter reflects my true inner self on the outside, and when those two match at the same time, it's just a beautiful thing. So let's just hop right in. I have my 5 winter tarot decks for the cold season, plus a bonus that I think is going to really surprise you. So stay tuned to the end to figure out what it is. The first deck I have here is the Animamundi Tarot. And what the Animamundi does that feels like a good winter deck is that it brings the natural world to the forefront. And in this deck, there is only one human card, and that is the Devil. So nature really has a chance to shine in this deck. And it has really, really deep tones to it. Deep, earthy tones, I would say. Lots of blues. And I mean, doesn't this Queen of Swords just scream winter to you? Let me zoom in a little bit here. But she does to me. She just is so beautiful. And I don't know, I think that it reflects the stillness of winter, and it goes alongside when animal hibernates and nature is resting in winter. So I feel it just reflects that winter feeling for me. It's a beautiful choice for being really grounded or wanting to get grounded, because I feel that it reminds us of the cyclical nature of life, and that life continues on even in the months of stillness and quiet and reflection. It still is moving forward, yet we don't see the outwardness of that growth, but it's happening within. And so that is the reason why I chose Animamundi as a winter deck. The next deck I have here is the Uncommon Tarot. And first of all, I love that it has silver edging. I love silver more than gold. Yes, I'm also, I think, an outlier on that. But silver is just, I don't know, it just is so beautiful to me. And I will choose it over gold every single time. But this deck feels like wrapping yourself up in like a very warm velvet blanket. It is very moody, and it has a dark jewel toned artwork that feels rich and reflective at the same time, which I think is what makes it ideal for shadow work or exploring themes of transformation. Plus, this deck features a lot of different cultures and diversity, and that feels like a celebration of humanity's resilience, right? Even in the toughest of seasons, even in the middle of winter. So that is a reason why the Uncommon Tarot made it to this list. Deck number 3 here that I have is the Crystal Visions Tarot. And this deck has like a frosty, dreamlike quality that I feel pairs beautifully for the winter season. It is soft and gentle, and it has that feeling, I think, because of the kind of more pastel, sometimes, use of colors. And it evokes a feeling of like fresh snow or frost covered windows. It is really beautiful. And this deck feels really aligned with spiritual exploration, or maybe setting intentions for anything. It doesn't even have to tie into the upcoming year. It could just be anytime you really want to sit down and have a good focus on your intentions and some goals. This feels like a very focused deck for that. And we all kind of do that at the end of the year naturally, right? We think about whether you do it more closer to Samhain season, or if you're doing it now before Yule or even just after Yule, this just feels like a good deck to sit down and explore with and see kind of what comes up. The next deck, number, where are we? 1, 2, 4. Deck number 4 is the Fantasy Garden Tarot. Now, some of this deck might surprise you as a winter pick, but it offers a sense of escapism because the artwork is so incredibly detailed, and it feels like during long, cold nights, something that you can really sink into, something that you can really take a long, good look at, because, I mean, just the detail of the artwork it blows my mind every time I pull it out to do a reading. But that kind of focus and energy and like really hunkering down and focusing on a craft, I don't know why, it feels like winter to me. It has a vibrant yet cozy style of the illustrations, and that reminds me of like dreams and creativity that can flourish in the stillness of winter. Sometimes we're the most creative in times of stillness, or that stillness allows our times of creativity to blossom even more so than we thought. So I just thought it was perfect for some inspiration and being a true companion, maybe when the days feel a little too gray or drab or dark. Next, we have the Black Lily Tarot, and it has almost there is some monochromatic design in this deck. So each suit has a designated set of watercolors, and I believe the majors kind of have all the different colors in one, but it makes it feel monochromatic, especially with the dark black backgrounds. But it has a lot, it just feels very mysterious, and it makes you double back. It makes you turn around and look at it twice because there was something so interesting about it, and you just have to stop in your tracks and go, I use this deck personally, well, really any time that I feel drawn to it, but in my practice, I am really drawn to it when I feel disconnected from my body, where maybe I'm feeling a little bit harsh towards myself, because every body in this deck is unique and different and has flaws, and they're imperfect. And it really reminds me that that imperfectness is beauty. That's what beauty is. So it really brings me back down to the ground. It settles my mind. It gives me some hope. I've had really deep readings with this, and it has made me cry. Like, just, it's like a cathartic use. It just helps me release things that sometimes I didn't even know I was holding in until I reach for this deck and I bring it out to work with it. It rings true for clarity, and it definitely cuts through the noise. If it can cut through my busy thoughts in my head, then I don't know, that just felt like a sword type thing, and I definitely associate swords with more of a wintry time. So yeah, that's the Black Lily. And I have one more deck to share with you, but I'm gonna have to kind of come up a little bit here. And I think that this is really going to shock quite a lot of people, because I don't think many would really put this in the winter category. And that is the Vetti Tarot. The Vetti Tarot to me is all about winter. And it's kind of ironic because a lot of the cards feature these flourishes and flowers and greenness and just life. There's a lot of life going on. But then there's cards like these that feature this deeper blue background and the stars up here, and it feels very quiet and introspective. And that's what it makes me feel like it's a winter deck. It feels like a starry night sky that you only see in the winter. And I think I was telling someone that I feel like the stars are more visible and more pretty and I don't know, maybe even brighter in the wintertime versus summertime. And I just think it's the ambiance of winter, right? Everyone's inside, no one's really going outside, so it's naturally quieter anyway. And then you look up at the stars and you can kind of see your breath puffing up in the air as you look up. I don't know, it feels like winter. And I'm not afraid to say that. Definitely this could be used in summer or springtime, even fall. I think there's like the deepness of this red and this blue and how the orange is kind of deeper can really lend itself to fall as well. So maybe it's a good all-arounder, but I've been really vibing with it as I've been pulling it out to read during this winter season. And there we have it, my top 5 plus a bonus winter decks for the cold season. All of these decks bring something unique to the table, but they kind of share a connection to stillness and beauty and introspection, which I personally equate to winter. But I'd really love to hear from you. What are your go-to decks for the cold season, for the winter time? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Stay warm out there, take care, and until next time, see you around.